You're watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. We're talking about blood pressure medications that may be harmful to your health. According to my guest, and he knows a thing or two about this, he wrote 30 Days to Natural Blood Pressure Control, the no pressure solution. You can get it on Amazon. And he says you can lower it naturally without the medications. And he has patient after patient that has done this. With us, we have Dr. DeRose. Dr. DeRose?
Great to be with you, Randy.
We've talked to you. I know this is a big topic.
Huge.
But this segment, I really want to talk about what are the dangers. Let's say somebody's watching this, and maybe they're stubborn, right? Like my doctor is a good doctor, and I'm on blood pressure medications because I'm worried about stroke and heart attack. What are the dangers of long-term use of these blood pressure lowering medications? And is there hope where most of these people could get off?
I mean, it's a great question because there's two ditches, okay? The one ditch is under treatment of high blood pressure. 50% of Americans with high blood pressure don't have their blood pressure adequately controlled. That's a problem. And if you ask me, should they be on medicine? Listen, I don't care what you do, you got to get your numbers down, okay? So at first, yes, if blood pressure medication is needed, and I put people on medicine, okay? If you
blood pressure medication?
Yes, if you walk in with a blood pressure of 250 over 110, I'm not going to say change your diet and get some rest. Okay? No, you're about to walk out and have a stroke.
Okay.
We're gonna put you on medication. So medication isn't evil. But the problem is, here's the other ditch. People are being overtreated. And here's the typical scenario, Randy. I see it in my office. Someone is coming in. I may have seen them several times already. I'm in a new practice setting, haven't been there a long time. But someone's been coming in, they're checking their blood pressure, maybe 150 over 90 every time they're in the office. But I'm listening to them, talking with them, and they say, I get out of bed, I'm lightheaded, I get dizzy, I fell yesterday, I blacked out. And I'm starting to think, what's their blood pressure at home? A lot of people, in fact, the majority of people, when they walk into the doctor's office, their blood pressure goes up, and it goes up significantly, and maybe 10, 20, 30 points.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get my patients, buy a blood pressure cuff. Check your blood pressure at home. Bring me the readings. Okay?
So the dizziness might be too low of blood pressure
right.
from their medication?
That's right.
You're kidding me.
That's right. So your blood pressure is 150 in the doctor's office, but at home it's running 110 over 70. Okay? Or it's 160 over 100 in the doctor's office. He says that's too high. I got to put you on another medicine.
So they're being over-medicated.
So they get over-medicated. So what we're trying to give the message out, and in the book we say you got to start checking. If you're serious about your blood pressure, you got to start checking it. Okay? It's not a black box where you say, well, Dr. DeRose said this, I take this. No, you got to be seeing what your numbers are doing because a lot of people don't know. I'm shocked by how many people have been taking blood pressure medicines for years and have never checked their blood pressure at home.
That's a good point. So so everybody should, and these things are inexpensive. I mean, you could buy them under $20.
They're inexpensive. We've got a website in the book, independent, objective research testing on blood pressure cuffs, continuously updated. You can go there.
How much are they, by the way? I said $20, but I think
$50. $50. It just depends where you're buying them. Yeah, but the point is you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to get a decent blood pressure monitor.
And how often should you check it?
Well, if you're changing your lifestyle, we're recommending you check it 3 times a day. But I'm happy. I just had a patient in the office this week. They said, how many times do I check it? I said, I'd be happy. And they're not checking it at all. I said, I'd be happy if you came in with 5 to 7 readings a week. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to see some numbers. I want to know what you're doing at home.
Okay, so people are being over-medicated.
Right. Some of them.
Because they're not being checked at home.
Right.
Okay. What about the people that, because you say, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when I looked, because it's not age-related. I thought it was age-related. But my age was tied to this thing where I should be. But it was about, I thought it said 130 over 85 was good or something like that.
Well, let me deepen the plot.
But you're saying that's too high.
Let me deepen the plot. Okay, because what the data shows is the lowest risk of heart attack and stroke comes when you get your systolic down to about 110. Naturally. But here's the catch.
High number, right?
That's the high number.
Okay.
But here's the catch. Some people can't get it that low, and some people shouldn't get it that low. And the reason they can't get it that low is because they shouldn't get it that low, and their body won't let them do it.
All right.
So some people, as they get older, their blood vessels are stiffer. They need to have more pressure in their system. And these seem to be some of the people that when they're medicated down to 130 over 80, that's too low.
So too low, you're going to be lethargic.
That's right. You could be lethargic, you can be lightheaded, you can have more mental function problems, cognitive difficulties. So how do you know how low to get it? Well, if you're on the lifestyle program, eating more plants is not going to cause your blood pressure to bottom out.
Okay.
That's the beautiful thing.
Can you spot somebody with high blood pressure?
Often not. Often not. You know, some
Even
people.
you can't. You can't say, "Boy, that guy,
No.
I bet his blood pressure's through the roof."
Well, I mean, sometimes you're thinking that way, and you put the cuff on them. Maybe their mother was just having a great pregnancy, and they got great genes. I mean, the guy's hyper. He's off the wall.
And low blood pressure.
And their blood pressure's low. It can happen.
So, are there longevity studies where they study people that are 100 plus years old that they all have low blood pressure?
Interesting. Very interesting question. There's this study on the blue zones. Maybe you've heard about it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, what this researcher did is he actually looked at places in the world that had the greatest longevity. And some of the initial research, it was Sardinia and Okinawa, and a population not far from here in Southern California, in the town of Loma Linda. And they actually looked at what these people were doing, what their lifestyles were. Now, I'm not going to say it was exactly the same as what we're promoting in 30 Days to Natural Blood Pressure Control, but it was amazingly similar. And so really, exactly, what we're talking about in the book is a time-tested thing. We're not, this isn't some newfangled thing. Yeah, there's some new data on supplements and all, but it's eating more plant foods. It's being socially connected. It's controlling stress. We have a component in the book on spirituality. I mean, some people have said, actually, you may have heard the name Harold Koenig. He leads a spirituality center at Duke University. Harold actually endorsed the book and said, he thinks the most powerful chapter in the book is that one on spirituality. Other people have said, why did you put that in the book? But it's because it's this holistic approach. So really, you look at these elements, Sardinia, Okinawa, Loma Linda, they're addressing these things, and it's lowering their blood pressure, it's lowering their risk of heart attack, lowering the risk of cancer. Comprehensive program, it really works. It works, yeah, it's natural stuff.
Okay, good. I want to thank you for coming to the show.
It's great.
Great stuff.
Great to be with you. Thanks, Randy.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez for now. I wish you good health.